Alright guys, we got this thing jacked up. Got our jack stand set up under there. And usually I leave my hydraulic jack there. But what I'm doing, we're gonna need our hydraulic jack and with a block of wood, because we need to jack up and keep pressure on this oil pan when we take off that motor mount. Alright, the first thing we do is we got this thing jacked up. Let's remove this tire. We got 5 21mm or 13/16 lug nuts. And I got my 21mm deep impact, brand new Craftsman socket, 1/2-inch drive. Let's get them off. Hey, can this be used as the old one? Yeah, check that out. That's an old trick I learned. Do two lug nuts at one time. Yeah, that's bad, ain't it? All right. Let's get this tie off of here. All right, let's get this tie off. We're gonna set it up under there, and we're gonna move on to the next step. Be right back. All right, got that tie off. I put the lug nuts right back up here so we won't kick them around. They'll be all out of the way and all. Now they're right there. All right, the next thing we're gonna do, let's get this cover out of the way since we're down here. And for this cover, it looks like we got 3 10mm bolts. We got one, and look further up. There's number 2 right in here, and then straight down between here is number 3. And what I'm doing is using my 6-inch 3/8 drive extension with my deep 10mm 3/8 drive socket, and I'm using my cordless gun. Let's get these. 1, 2, and number 3 is down here somewhere. Let's see if we can get it from under here and look at it. There it is, right there. And if I can, man, trying to do with my left hand. 3 bolts. All right, let's see if this cover comes out of here. There it is. All right, we got our 3 bolts here. We got our cover. Our 3rd bolt is around here somewhere. Where's our 3rd bolt at? It's somewhere around here. Let's get our 3 bolts and we're gonna start us a party line. That's right. We'll be right back. All right, guys, we're still up under here. Oh, you know what? Dang it, let me show you my, you know what, let me get this done. All right, now that we're still up under here, let's get this first belt off. This is the belt going to the, looks like the AC compressor and all that. And what we have an adjustment here. First, we gotta loosen up this nut right there, the 14mm, and then underneath it, there's a 14mm bolt. Yeah, there it is right there. So what we're gonna do is I'm getting me a 14mm deep 3/8 drive with my 3/8 drive ratchet. I'm using a little swivel head here because it's easier for me to get into. And let's go in here. Loosen that up, just like that. That's all you gotta do is loosen it up. Now, what we're gonna do is get to that bottom one. Let me see. Let me take this socket off here and put it onto my 12-inch 3/8 drive extension. And what we're gonna do is go up through the frame right here, right in front of the oil filter. And we're gonna come up on that socket right there, okay? And what I'm gonna do is get my cordless gun. Matter of fact, let me see something here. You know what? Let's use our 6-inch extension. So we definitely know we got enough room here. And getting this off. On our cordless gun. And I'm going loosening. Let me see if I'm loosening. Yeah, there we go. As I'm going loosening it up, it's going to loosen up our belt. That's it, just a little bit. And get our belt off of there. There we go. Alright, so that's one belt off. Push that down to the side, get it out of our way. Yeah, there we go. Now, you know what? That belt's too much in my way, man. Take that belt off. Get that belt off of there. That belt Going to the top too, ain't it? Dang, what's up? Top. Man. Oh, it's going to the alternator too. Alright, so let's get it off the alternator, get it on that idle pulley, and get it up here to the side, get it up out of our way. Put it right there for now. Alright, let's go back up under there. Now we do gotta loosen up the power steering, but you know what? Now power steering looks pretty easy because there's our adjustment right there. Let me get in here and try to see. There's our adjustment right there, the bolt, and then there's a nut right. There's the nut right there, and then the bolt is right there. So let's get us let's use our 12-inch this time with our 14mm, and let's see. Hopefully we can get right down in there. Look at that, man. We just barely got that in there too. All right, so let's get our 3/8 drive ratchet, swivel, and gonna loosen that nut right up. See that I did that with one hand because what I did, I used the frame as a support to brace the extension, and I was able to loosen it right up. Now, what we gotta do is loosen up the bolt right there. And an air ratchet would be nice, but being that we ain't getting that air ratchet in here, what I'm gonna use is a 14mm short 3/8 drive, and I'll get my regular ratchet because this one's too long. Get my standard size 3/8 drive ratchet, and we're gonna loosen that up. Bear back. All right, let's get this done, man. It's kind of getting cold out here. All right, check this out. I'm looking up under here with my light. There we go. All right, damn, I got it on like I'm at a disco, man. What's up? These lights. SOS. Come on, man. Give me regular light, man. All right, there we go. All right, you see that? There's a nut there, guy. A bolt we got to loosen up also. Right there. We got to loosen that bolt up before we go for the adjustment and all. This is for the power steering pump and all. All right, that looks like a 14mm also. And that's a real bad angle to get at. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to use my 12-inch 3/8 drive extension, and let's set this back up over here. Put this over here and blah blah blah. And what I'm going to use here is get my swivel set. I'm going to get my 14mm 3/8 drive swivel socket. Let's see if I can. That's all I gotta do is loosen this up. Oh yeah, there we go. All right, let's see here if I can. Okay, that one-handed trick ain't working. So let's get my. You on the camera stand? All right, let's go up in there and. Alright. Okay, there we go. Loosen that up. Now, I wonder if I can get my 14mm regular size ratchet, you know, without a swivel. Bolt it on here. Yeah, let's see if I can get this adjustment from under here. Going through there, through the lower control arm and the frame. That's real close. That is real close, man. Alright, let me see if I can get it from over this side. Okay, I got it right there, but we're going to need a longer extension now. So let's get our another extension going. Let's get our 6-inch and add on to it and get that loose. Oh, there we go. All right, we're turning this counterclockwise, and we're gonna. This belt should start. Yep, there it is. This belt's starting to come loose. All right, let's loosen that up and get that belt off. Right back. All right, guys, we got it all loosened up. Let's get up under here. Let's take it off the power steering pump. Make me look like a liar, ain't you? Okay. Take it off our harmonic balancer. And get off our tensioner. Take that right off of there. Alright. So we got this belt. Let's take off our other belt. Get our other belt out of here. And then we're going to mark them. Alright, what the heck are you talking about, mark them? We're going to mark them. So let me get this out of here. Everything's stuck on the top. Come press and get your butt up there. Dang it. Alright, let's get this out of here. Then we're going to mark them. Bear back. Alright, we got both our belts. Now, one belt is longer than the other. The longer one is the alternator belt. But just in case if you don't want to, get your little marker. And we can take on this belt and we can mark alternator. And then on this one, we can mark power steering. Alright, we got those marked now. Now what we can do is go over here. What the heck is that? Here's our party line. There's our cover we took off at the bottom. The next thing is our belt. What the heck is the party line, you might ask? As you take, when you get a big job like this, what you do is as you take off parts, you want to put them in a line. So when you go back to go put this thing back together, you start from the other end of the line and work your way back. That makes this thing a whole lot easier, as you saw when we did the video on the Monte Carlo. We had that thing down for a week or two, but we was able to go back and put that together with no problem. So let's get back over here. I don't know what the heck this comes from, huh? Alright, again, while we are down here, let's get this nut off, because we got to take off this harmonic balancer. And let's see what size that is. Let's see, I got a 21 here. Was it 21? Nope, 22 or something. Alright, let's go get a socket for this. Bear back. Alright, let's get this bolt off. We got a 22mm bolt here, or you can use your 1/2" drive ratchet or whatever it is and get the center of that bolt, but I don't advise that. Alright, so we got the 22mm 1/2" drive socket. Got my air gun up here. Quick and easy. Now, for the fun part, let's see if this harmonic balancer will just walk right off. Oh yeah, oh yeah. There we go. Come on, come on. Don't make a liar out of me. Come on, man. There we go. Look at that, guys. There. Look at that. Look at that. All right. So what we're gonna do now? The bolt we're gonna keep over here because we're gonna need that. Matter of fact, if you want, you can put that bolt back in there, but do not tighten that up right now. Just put it on just a little bit, just to keep it in place. This is going to the party line. Now, while we're still up under here, we got 3 bolts going to the bottom cover that we can get to right now. 1, 2, and 3. 10mm. So let's get our 6" 3/8 drive extension with our 10mm, whatever the heck is that. What the heck is it? Yo guys, I need some help, man. Y'all guys come out here. Somebody got to keep an eye on me while I do this, man. Because I get into a groove of things and I just can't stop it. I ain't got time to figure out what tools are. Alright, got that. Let's get our cordless 3/8 drive gun with our 6" extension. Alright, let's get up under there. 1, 2, let's get those so we don't drop those. Make sure they're the same length. Good. And number 3. Alright. Oh root, oh read, oh ride. Okay. I ain't worried about that cover yet. Let's get them out of the way. Let's look up under here and make sure that that cover can come off when we're ready for it to come off. And it looks like, that sucks, looks like the pulley to the tensioner is going to be in the way a little bit. I ain't trying to hear that. So what we're gonna have to do is we might have to take the tensioner out of here. Dang it. Alright, that's no problem. If we have to do what we gotta do. Okay, we know we got that bolt up there. So let me get my 14 still hooked up. Take that bolt completely out. What am I doing? Why am I doing it? Why don't I hook it up? I'm using this by hand. Why don't I hook up my cordless gun to it and take it out? I don't know. I have no idea. Somebody tell me. Somebody stop me. Stop me. There we go. Take that bolt out of there. Let's see if we can, matter of fact, let's see if we can take this bolt out. Swing that over. And that's still kind of like in the way. So you know what? Let's get our cordless gun on this. Take that nut off of there. There it is. Let's get that nut off of there. Alright. Let's see now. Great, look at that. Right out of the way. So that way it's completely off of that cover. We ain't got to worry about it being in our way. Now, as far as the nut and bolt that came out of there, what we're going to do here is we're going to stick our bolt through here, and even though this nut don't go in there, we know it goes with it. We'll put it on just like that, so now we know those go together. Now, what we got? There we go. Our harmonic balancer, and then this. Let's go put these in the party line. We'll be right back. All right, we're back. Let's get up under here, grab a light. Okay, everything looking good, looking good, looking good. Look at that, we got a 10mm bolt right there. That it might be easier for me to get that off now. And actually, this pulley's not in the way. That's gonna come off right there. Let's get this 10mm out of here. And that's kind of like in a really tight spot. So we're gonna get our 1/4" drive with our 1/4" drive socket, 10mm. We're gonna get that off. All right, be right back. All right, guys, got my 10mm shallow, another word for short, 1/4" drive and 1/4" drive ratchet. Let's get up under here. And let's see, get over here and get that bolt. You know, I hate working with brown jersey gloves, man. I ain't kidding. Brown jersey gloves suck, man. What the heck, man? Why can't I get this? There we go. All right. I got that bolt loose. All right, let's get that bolt out, and we'll be right back. All right, guys, we got that bolt out. Where is it? Okay, over here. And the bolt is the same size as the rest of the covers, the rest of the timing cover bolts. So we're good, but we're gonna keep these to the side because we know these bolts go back in that cover. All right, it looks like we're pretty good down at the bottom. Here's our tensioner right there too. Can this cover come out? Nah, still kind of. But there's our timing belt. We're looking good. The next thing we're gonna do, guys, is put our bolts right here because we're gonna need those going to the timing cover. The next thing we're gonna do is get all this junk out the way. Don't call my tools junk. Tools making money. Tools ain't junk. All right, got our oil pan right here. Get you a block of wood. Don't use. Even though this is a metal pan, you do not want to use the jack up against the oil pan because you can bend it. So what we need to do is put our jack up under the oil pan with a block of wood and pick it up and just let it rest just like that. All right, give me a little bit of tension. Okay, the next thing we're gonna do, we'll go up here on the top. Let's get this cover out of the way. 2 of the bolts are already missing. We'll try to find some. And 6 bolts just holding a plastic cover. Man, what the heck is wrong with them? All right, let's get a 10mm. Here we go. Let's get our 10mm with our cordless gun. /3/8 drive. Let's take all these bolts out. All right. Let's take them out. Be right back. All right, got the 4 out. Let's pick our cover up. Dang it, man. What the heck? I'm loosening that one up already. Okay, now we're going to take this cover and we're going to put this at the beginning of the party line. Because with this, if we want, this could be the last part to be on. So I ain't worried about that. All right, so let's go put this at the beginning. Because it's going to be, we're going to make sure this is the last part we put on. All right, we'll be right back. All right, guys, we got our jack up under there, under the oil pan. Just bare, ouch, ding, what the heck, man? Getting things in my way. Dang it. All right, got it right up under the oil pan. Holding, just got a little pressure on it, just a little. Come back up here. Let's get our mount out of the way. First thing we're gonna do is a hose to the power steering pump is in the way. So let's go take our filler, our power steering filler, and we're just gonna wiggle it side to side. And there we go. And pick it right up, just like that. Get that out of the way. The next we're gonna do, let's get us a 17mm deep impact socket, 1/2-inch drive. And you can move the hose out the way, and we got our 3 bolts right there. All right, now before you loosen these up, you want to make sure that you got that jack up under the oil pan. All right, so let's get our air gun, 1/2-inch drive deep, 17mm. Let's take out 1. All right, took out the nut. Now we got 2 bolts. Let's move our hose to the side. Put our socket down there. See if we can get to it without using the extension. All right, let's get us an extension and hook on to this. Be right back. All right, I got my 1-inch, 1/2-inch drive wobble socket. That way I can stick it in there, and it gives me a little extra swing over here. I can get this out of here. Okay. Go up there, pull that bolt out, stick it to the side for now, right there. Let's get our next one. And this one you're going to slowly loosen up, because as you take this one off, the engine is going to start dropping down. There we go. All right, 3 bolts out. Well, 2 bolts, 1 nut. Both bolts are the same size. We're good to go. The next thing we're going to do is get our 17mm deep 3/8 drive with our 3/8 drive air ratchet, and we're gonna get this bolt out right here, okay? Be right back. All right, got my 17mm deep 3/8 drive, my 3/8 drive air ratchet. Let's get in here. Loosen it up a little bit by hand. Get that mount out of there. Get that bolt out of there. Slowly pick up our mount. Get our mount right out of there. There we go. There we go. Now, I don't know how we're going to do this. Let's take this bolt and stick it back in here. We ain't worry about that one. The other ones, I don't know what I want to do, man, because I don't want it to be in the way of us putting on the timing belt. So I'm gonna, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna keep them out. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna set these to the side somewhere up here, so we know those go to that. Matter of fact, let's take this one out too. We might have to remove that whole bracket anyway. I don't know. All right, let's see. Get this thing out of the way. We are good. All right, now let's see. We got some. Look at this. This thing is already out. These snaps. Just snap them out like that. Pick all the wiring harness up. Move it all to the side. And this thing's coming apart. All right, we got a plug right here. And then we're going to disconnect. Or does it have? Okay, held on by a bracket also. Man, this is brittle. This covering over here must be a lot of heat going on over here. All right, I can see it held on by a little clip like that. But what I want to do is I want to unplug this. I don't want to just get that out of the way like that. We've got a little tab right there. All right, push the little tab in, push that to the side. Now we've got to remember that goes there. Put this to the side, everything's to the side, everything's to the side. you know what, these right here might be in our way, so we're gonna unplug this. Let's get a 10. Yeah, you know what, let's get, should we disconnect this, or that's going down there to the crank sensor. This is the cam sensor. We gotta disconnect those anyway. Let's get us a screwdriver. Be right back. All right, back. Got my little wire snippers here, and what I want to, this stuff is really brittle, man. Dang it. I'm gonna try to get in here and take this out without that breaking. Yeah, heck yeah, that's brittle. You can hear that thing. Man, that's not coming apart, man. All right, we got that off. All right, let's unplug this thing. There's supposed to be a little spring, little wire here that holds this on, but it's not. So unplug that. Lean this to the side, and we still got this right here. You know what? Let's do this. Let's see if this pull slides off. Let's see if this slides off the bracket. There we go. One, and let's take a notice that the gray one is on the bottom side. Let's take that off, and how we unplug this thing. There we go. Little tab right inside there. Let's see if we can see this little tab right inside there. Or is it this one? Squeeze that tab, unplug it. That's good. Turn this one, turn it over. There's the other tab. And notice how both of them, one is rectangle and one is triangle. So we're good to go with that. Alright, now let's pull these down to the side. And wish we could, we should get a bolt or something, or some wire, and hold this harness over to the side so it can be out of our way. That'll help us out a lot. All right, let's jack this engine up some. We need enough clearance on the other side. Psh, that sucks. That's the best we're gonna get. That's the best we're gonna get. That's no problem. Okay, let's start taking off our bolts. From the way this cover looks, like this one's got to come out first. This cover's broken, huh? Looks like this side's got to come out first. So let's get up this 1, 2, 3. And I'm not even sure. If we look over here, there's another one right here. So I'm pretty sure there's going to be one down there somewhere, which sucks. You know, this could have been a lot easier to do. Wait a minute, you know what, guys? Because check this out. Let's lower this engine down. Let's lower this down, because that other bolt looks like it's kind of difficult to get to. Let's get our cardboard right here. Let's see if we can see that bolt from underneath. That'll help us out a heck of a lot. Get a little light going. Okay. Yeah, I can see where the bolt supposed to be at. You can see the bolt is gone. So we ain't gotta worry about that. Alright, that's cool. That bolt is gone. And there's a little oil leaking right there too. One from the cam seals and all. Wonder if that's from the cam seals. Shoot. That's that oil leak I was talking about, dang it. Alright, let's get back up there then. So that's all we got is those 2 bolts. Let's jack this back up. Alright. Move our little power steering line out the way. Got 1, 2, and 3. Let's go with a 10mm deep with our 1/4" drive ratchet. Make sure we can't get to them. Oh yeah, 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and this one over here, the one that's difficult to get to. Yeah, hey, come on, now, get your butt and loosen up. 3. All right, let's get those 3 bolts out. Bear back. All right, got our 3 bolts out. Dang it. Like it's still holding it in place. Okay, it feels like maybe a bolt right there. Dang it. Alright, check it out. Show you a little trick, guys, because sometimes, even though this is a Craftsman ratchet, they're supposed to be good. Whatever. This thing does not hold on to sockets that well. See, for instance, see that? Slides right off. So, if your ratchet gets like that, what you want to do is grab you something. There's a bunch of hay around here, straw with pine needles. Okay. What you want to do is break a piece off. Or you can use a leaf. Put it right there, and it's gonna hold it in some kind of way. And that one's too dang on dry. So what I'm gonna do is reach down here, get a piece of cardboard. Yeah, that'll work. Whatever trick you need to do to get this job done. Just get that cardboard in there. Too tight. Too much. There we go. In there just like that. So we got a 10mm shallow. Reach in there. Alright, there we go. Loosen that bolt up. Let's get that bolt out. Right back. Alright, got the bolt out. Alright, cover. There we go. Ooh, look at that. Look at this cover. This belt just come. What the heck is this, man? This thing's all broken apart. And here's a piece of the cover. This thing's really dry rotted, huh? Alright, so we got that one off. There's our belt in there. Now next thing we're gonna do is just get the bolts off this one. This one got the little bracket on it to hold the line, hold these wiring harness in place. We ain't gonna need that. Let's get our 10mm again. And let's take off 1, 2, and here's number 3 right there. So I got my 10mm deep. Give me a piece of cardboard, put it in here, and take those 3 out. Alright, right back. Alright, got my cardboard stuck in there. And let's go around here. 1, 2. A little harness on it. Get that harness out of the way. Dang it. Figures, man. Three. Alright, guys. Let's get those 3 bolts out. We'll be right back. Alright, guys. Got my last bolt here. Let's see, look at this bracketed. Hold on to that wiring harness right there. Looks like it's going down to the AC compressor. I'm gonna do is just lean this to the side because I'm using this. I'm trying to remove that and see if our cover comes off. This cover is really dry rotted and messed up. Unhook our little slot right there. Alright. There we go. We're looking good. We're looking real good. Alright, now that we got that off. Yeah, that sucks. Let's put this down with the other cover. Got our bolts right there. Let's see. Okay, we got a 10mm bolt right inside of here. Let's see here. We're gonna get that with a deep. Yeah, we're gonna get that with a deep. We got ratchet. Let's go over here and alright. Reach in there and get that bolt loose because it looks like it's part of the lower cover. Okay, let's get that loose and get that out of there. Right back. Okay, took this bolt out. What's good about this is all the timing cover bolts look the same size. Alright, we now get this thing out of here. Let's go down to the bottom. Let's be careful with this cover. This cover is falling apart like crazy. Okay, let's go down here and let's get our bolt. Harmonic balance a bolt out of the way. Okay. go. That's down. Ha! We're looking good. We're looking real good. Alright, let's put this bolt back in here. Let's see what we got at the top. Let's see, taking off the belt, looks like, dang it. Looks like this big bracket right here, this motor mount bracket, is in our way. So we're gonna take that off. Shoot. Alright, in order to do that, the first thing we got is across our alternator, we got a little bracket right here. It looks like 12mm bolts. And that one looks like it's kind of rough to get to. That one right there, no room, so we might gonna use a wrench or a speed wrench, or ratchet wrench you want to call it. So let's get that. And can we jacked up as high as we can go? Yeah, dang it. So we go. This gonna be. Matter of fact, wait a minute. Wait. You know what? We're doing this wrong. Let's let this car down. Let's let this engine down. All right. Because now that we know if I come out, can we get 10 of these little bolts down here? Climb up under here. Okay, I do see 1 and 2. 14. Could probably get a swivel on both of those. Let's find out. And I hope we can get that one up there, because that would suck. Wait a minute. Is that alternator bolted to this thing? Are you kidding me? I don't know yet. I don't know. Alright, we'll be right back. Alright guys, this sucks because it looks like that alternator does bolt to the bracket. That sucks. You know what? Let's get this pulley out of our way. Finish taking this nut off. Slide the pulley off. Give us a little bit of better room looking at this. Now, let's get to those bottom bolts. We have a 14. I got two 14s here. What I'm going to do, I got my 14mm swivel, 3/8 drive, my 8-inch extension, and my 3/8 drive ratchet. And I got to put this camera down so I can pop that loose. Okay, let's get our, let's show you what we got here. Okay, I got one. Now, go over here and get my other one. Oh, wait a minute, why is that loose? Huh. That bolt was loose. Okay. This is gonna be, man, they could have made this different. They could have definitely did a better job at bolting this up. So now we got to get out, you know, let's jack this up now and see what, get the bolts on the top of this thing. Unless this thing can come off of there separately, which I doubt. Alright, let's go to the top. Alright, we're here at the top. Wait a minute. Look at this, guys. Look at the looseness on that belt. Huh. That's kind of messed up. This belt can come off right now. But I hope it don't. Alright, so let's jack this engine back up. Alright, there we go. Let's get us a 12mm speed wrench and take off this little bracket right here. Be right back. Alright, I got me a ratchet wrench right here, 12mm. I'm gonna go down here. Oops. Turn the other way. Okay, that's one. And we go over here. This dang hose in the way. Okay, that's two. Alright, let's get these bolts out of here and get this bracket out. Be right back. All right, what I did was just take this bolt out, let the bracket hang down, left the bolt, the 12mm bolt in there with the bracket. Now I can see the alternator is actually bolted to this bracket, which sucks. So next thing we're going to use is a 14mm speed wrench, and I don't know what the heck I'm going to do. First of all, let's get this one down here, just loosen up this nut. Wow, that thing's tight. Okay. Want to get that loose. I'll probably loosen it up more. Now, if you can look right inside there, this bolt doesn't go all the way through. There's not like a circular hole where the bolt goes through that. It sets in like a slot, so we can actually pick the alternator up out of that slot. We just need to loosen this one up. Next thing we need to do in order to get that alternator out, or not out. All right, let's get to this bolt up here, this nut, 14mm also, and I'm using my speed wrench. All right. Now, before we take that one completely off, what we're gonna do, we're gonna go and disconnect the negative terminal on the battery. And that's all the negative terminal right here. I'm using my 10mm deep, 1/4" drive, loosen it up, take it off. Just make sure to lean that to the side. Alright, next thing we're gonna do, let's finish taking this 14mm nut off right here. Okay, then when the bolt goes through the back, and it looks like it might be in the way of the, yeah, figures the plug is in the way, the plug to the alternator is in the way, so we gotta unplug that. So let's take a look at how this plug goes in here. All right, there's a little tab on the back here that I gotta squeeze in and unplug it. Oh man, I can't really get to it, so what I'm gonna do this a sneaky way. I'm gonna get my hose pliers. That's right, get my hose pliers, reach down there, and it can actually squeeze in the tab and pick the plug up. But you gotta make sure you don't squeeze in all the way, because it can break it. There we go. And here's the tab right there. Squeeze that tab down, then unplug it. Let's get that out of the way. Now we can get our bolt completely out. Put that to the side. And let's see if we can wiggle this alternator out of here. If not, we might have to use something to pry up on it a little bit. You see that? Pry that alternator out. And it's like right there, man. I mean, this ain't no way. Let's lift this engine down a little bit. Maybe we can. There we go. Let's pick this alternator up. That's all we need to do, is just get this thing off of that bracket. And of course, this thing is gonna mess with us. Dang it, look at this. Unbelievable, guys. Unbelievable. This thing's gonna do this. Alright, fine. Let's push our alternator back into place. Alright. The next thing we're gonna do is unplug the fan right here. Top half of the fan. Unplug that one. We're gonna have to get this fan out of here. And what we got on top looks like a 10mm bolt. One right here. Alright, one right here. Alright. Let's see if it tell me there's a bolt underneath, man. Why would there be why couldn't this thing be in a slot? All right, be right back. All right, just went up underneath. It looked like it just slides right into the slot, but it does look like it's going into this other fan, which sucks. Which means I gotta take this other fan out too. So let's get this fan out of here. First of all, let's unhook this overflow tank hose. Then we're gonna unhook the fan over here. It's got a little tab right here. Come on, this side. All right, we're gonna unplug this right here. Push this tab in. Unplug that. Let's get us a flat screwdriver. Loosen up this clamp. Very careful when you do what I'm doing right here because it's a plastic radiator, so you don't want to break the neck. That's all you want to do is break it enough to get that off of there. And this thing low and antifreeze, ain't nothing coming out of here. Let's put our hose and try to get our hose to the side somewhere, get it out of the way. Okay. 2 10mm bolts, same as before. Oh, just one. We got the one shade. All right. Let's see. Man, this is. What, between the hoses and. Okay, there's one, and figure this one's easy to come out. The other one's easy to come out. This one's not. You know what? Let's get us a pry bar so we can move this alternator back over where it belongs. Be right back. All right, got my pry bar right here. I'm gonna keep my alternator over to the side. There we go. Oh man. Set our fan down. Now let's see if our alternator is supposed to just come out of there. That's just like that. Alright. Now I don't need to take my alternator all the way out. That's all I need to do is get it out of the bracket. You can see right there, that's all I need to do is get it out of that bracket, which sucked. Well, it wasn't really too bad, I think. All right, now to get this bracket out, we still got, I see a 14mm bolt right here, and there's one further up underneath, which I have no idea I'm gonna get to. All right, so first of all, let's try to get to the harder, difficult one. Let's try a 14mm deep socket. And let's see if I can get that bolt's up under there. Jack our engine back up. Alright. Got a 14mm deep right here. And no, that's going to be a little bit too long. And the funny part about it is, I think a 14 shallow is going to be just a little bit too short. Oh man. Alright, I got an idea. Be right back. Alright, what I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to go from underneath with my 14mm shallow socket. And I'm going to see if I can loosen it from underneath there. All right. Great. Now what I'm going to do is loosen this up as much as I can. Then I'm going to take it out all the way by hand. Let's see if I get up in there. And I'm going to take this out completely by hand. Alright, be right back. Alright, got that bolt pretty much all the way out. Now we got one more bolt right there. And this one I can use my 14mm, the same one, shallow 3/8 drive, my ratchet, and it looks like our 12mm bolt gonna be in the way. So you know what? Right now, let's get that out of the way. Okay. You know, guys, let's get some wire tie and keep this thing out of the way. Right back. All right, let's get some mechanics wire here. Okay, wrap this around. We'll pull this over to the side. We're gonna wrap it around this bracket right here. Keep it out of the way so we can work. All right, now let's get back down there. And this should start loosening up that bracket. That bracket should start loosening up, but dang it, it ain't even move, it ain't even budge. Alright, let's get this one all the way out first. Alright, we got another bolt somewhere that we need to find. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a good question. That is a good question. This is just duck or something. Why me, man? Why do I get these jobs? Oh, wait a minute. Is it completely off of the alternator? Yeah, it is. Alright, what the heck? Alright guys, I ain't gonna hold you up. Let me try to find out what the heck other bolt's holding this on. Be right back. Alright guys, I can't see nothing, man. Let's get a little pry bar in here. Let's see if it moves a... Oh yeah, it's loose. Wait a minute, there's something over here. There's something over here that we're missing. I have no idea what it is right now. Alright, let me go up underneath and see if I see any more bolts. Be right back. Alright guys, I noticed this there's a 14mm bolt right down here to the side. And it looks like it's going to there. But dang it, man, I gotta take the alternator out to get that out. So, alright, let's go over here to the back of the alternator. And we got the little bolt right here. Pull this cover back. What size is that? Like a 13 or so. We're gonna take that off, and what we're gonna do here is see this bracket right here is in the way. I ain't trying to hear that. We got two bolts right here. Let's see if it's like a 12. Looks like 12mm bolts. Okay, yes they are. 12mm bolts. So, and that one looks like a, you know, first of all we're gonna do is just get those off, man. Alright, let's see if this is a 13mm nut on the back of this alternator. Okay, yes it is. So we're going to take that one off. And then we're going to use our 12mm speed wrench. And get these two bolts off. Get this bracket off here to make that a lot easier for us. Actually, this is long enough to use a socket. 12mm 3/8 drive. Let's get in there. Okay, let's take off these two bolts and take off the 13mm nut on the back of the alternator. Alright? Be right back. Alright, got the wire off. Now, if you can see over here, got one more bolt, 12mm bolt. Take that out. And there's our alternator. Nothing to do is just get this alternator and just get it over there to the side, just like that. And there's our bolt. I think if that bolt goes to there, that's gonna suck, because that bolt also, that bracket also goes behind the AC compressor bracket. Yes, it does, but looks like I might be able to get it out of there. Let's find out. Let's see. I am going to use my 14mm shallow socket with my 14mm with my swivel 3/8 drive ratchet. Yep, that's it. Open it out a little bit further. This is gonna take me a while. So yeah, it's bolted right in there. What a sucky design. Alright, you know what? Make this quicker. I'm gonna get my 14mm. Let me see. I'm gonna, matter of fact, show you better. I can tell you. Alright, I got my 14mm 1/4" drive, so in that way I can go in here. Now I can get more of a swing room to loosen this up. Not much more, but alright, let's get that out and we'll be right back. Alright guys, we almost got it out. Let me see here. Alright, got the bolt out. There's our bracket. Look at that, guys. Bolted right into there. I'm gonna put this bolt into here. And remember our motor mount bolts up here? Instead of being up there now, we're gonna put them right into there. All right. Look at that. Okay, we're down here now. Look, okay, you know what? Let's set this to the side.
Shouldn't that be at the party line?
Yeah, that's gonna be at the party line in a few minutes. But first what we gotta do is keep this clean. We got our alternator bolt up here. Let's put it back through the alternator where it was before. Put the nut on it, so in that way, try to keep all our bolts in line. And what I did, I put our fan bolts back up here too. 3 fan bolts. Now let's look at this. We got our crank sensor right here. We gotta make sure that's out of the way. Get that out of the way and all. Make sure we don't mess that up. Look at this, guys. Look at this belt. Now I'm not even sure if the water pump was making noise. Could have been the tensioner, because there's like, dang it, man. Alright guys, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to put a, in fact, because this is going to be very important, we're going to turn this engine to top dead center and line up the marks before we remove the belt. But there's something important you got to know also. All right, I'm going to show you that in a minute. We'll be right back. All right, we took the bolt out for the harmonic balancer. Do not put this bolt in there and tighten it up and use it to turn the engine. If you do, you see that little roll pin right there? That roll pin is for the alignment of the harmonic balancer. You will mess that up. So what you got to do is take your bolt, get you a nice size nut. I don't know where this came from. Put it on there, so in that way when you tighten it up, the nut is smaller, that will reach in there and it'll miss that roll pin. All right, so we put the nut on it, put it in there, the bolt stop, and I'm far away from our roll pin. Now what we're going to do is get our socket on this, and we're going to turn this clockwise, and we're going to line up the timing marks. So let's get our ratchet and everything, and we're going to line them up. Be right back. Alright guys, let's find out where our timing marks are. If you look back inside here, you'll see 2 indentations right there. Those are our marks. We're on the cam gear, we're going to rotate it till they line up there. And over here, which is going to be really difficult to see, the one on this side. That's really going to suck. I might have to remove that motor mount back there so we can jack this engine up higher to make sure we get that. And on the bottom, let me lower it a little bit. Let me lower the engine a little bit so I can show you what the mark is on the bottom. Okay. Right in back of there, there's our line way back there, and there's gonna be a dot on this harmonic balancer where we're gonna, matter of fact, there it is right there, that little circle. Yeah. You know, it's gonna be better if I get a marker. Let me get a marker and mark it so you can see it better. Be right back. All right guys, I got some brake cleaner here. I need to clean this thing around. I can see that mark. I think there it is down at the bottom, next to the keyway. Let's get a little air here. Why this thing? You know, why do I need flashing lights? What the heck?
You're in distress.
Yeah, I am in distress right now. This sucks, man. Just give me a regular light, man. You know, dang it. All right, let's blow this thing dry. All right, there's our mark right there, that little dot. So let's get our little marker. Yeah, there we go. Now let's get us a socket. That was a 22 millimeter, and I got me a 4 1/4 inch drive extension. Put it over there, give a 1/2 inch drive ratchet, and we're going to be turning clockwise. And matter of fact, let me clean back there, because I'm going to show you back there. You can see our little indentation back there. That's where we're looking to line up at. Right there. I like these markers.
You're welcome.
Alright, so let's turn the engine. Now sometimes it's going to get tight. That's because you're going on compression stroke on one or more of the cylinders. So you just let it rest for a few seconds, and then you're able to turn it again. Alright, you can actually see there's a little indentation in the shield back there, and we're lined up right now. Now let's go to the top, and to this one right here. Matter of fact, let me get on this side. Let's jack this up now. And there's our marks. You see those two are lined up. On this side, that's going to be difficult to see. Where they're up, I can't tell whether they're lined up or not. That's gonna be one difficult belt thing to line up over there. All right, we are good to go to take this belt off now. All right, so now what I'm gonna do is lower the engine back down. Down here, right here. Look at this mess, man. We got two 12mm bolts. You can see those without light.
Yeah.
We're going to take those two 12mm bolts out, and this is the tensioner right here. So we're going to remove the tensioner. So let me get a ratchet on. We'll be right back. All right, let's get this tensioner off of there. The first thing we're going to do, let me see the camera for 1 second. The first thing we're going to do is up here. This is the tensioner wheel right here. Wait a minute, what the? Hold on. Okay, here we go. This right here is the tensioner wheel. And what we're going to do here is loosen up this bolt right here first so this wheel can spin, and then we're going to go to that, all right? So what we're going to do here, I got my 14mm swivel 3/8 drive socket, and I'm going to reach up there on that wheel. And I got my 12-inch extension. I'm going to get my other 9.5-inch extension. So it'll be right here. And I'm going to just loosen that bolt up. Okay, just loosening that up. Then I'm going to switch over to my 12mm deep 3/8 drive and get my tensioner bolts. That's 1, 2, and now I'm going to just take this one out completely. Now get our second one, and there's going to be some tension on these bolts because it's because of the tensioner. We're good. So when you pull them out, you might feel a little snap.
Oh, snap!
Yeah. Let me show you what I mean. When I take this bolt out, it's still tight in there. Long bolts. And you feel it, so that tension just come down just a little bit. All right, that's one. And then we go ahead and take out our second one. There we go. All right. Okay, now we got our tensioner out. Both bolts are the same length. Set them down, put them to the side, and now we're completely got the tensioner off of the belt. So let's jack the engine back up. And we're gonna start removing our belt. Be careful in removing this belt because sometimes, just like that, you saw them things came turned. But we're good with that. That's okay. As long as we don't turn that crank, we're good. Okay, let's get this belt off of here. I hate this belt. This belt of passion. Okay. Here and our marks over here stayed right in place. We're good to go with those. All right, let's get our belt off. Now you see how I just took the crankshaft sensor off and I had to put it through there. So remember, when we put that belt back on, we gotta put it back through there. All right, let's drop that, and there's our water pump. Oh man, finally down to the water pump. All right, guys, we'll be right back. All right, guys, let's get this water pump off of here. The next thing we're gonna do, get us a little drain pan. We're gonna stick our drain pan right there. All right, now this water pump has 3 different bolts. Why? I have no idea. 3 different side bolts, I have no idea. 9/16 or 14 millimeter, 10 millimeter, and 12 millimeter. All right, so first thing we're gonna do, you know what? Let's what size is this right here? You know what? We got a 14 millimeter bolt holding on our idle pulley right here. We got a new one already. Well, it should be a new one in the kit. So let's get our 14 millimeter. I'm using a 9/16 because it's a little shorter. Get in there and that bolt tight. All right. Let's get this pulley out of the way. Looks like it's moving the whole bracket and everything. Yeah, okay. That's all good. All right, got that out of the way. We'll leave that in there. All right, let's put this to the side. Now we can see we're gonna start off with these 3 12 millimeter bolts right there. We're going to take them out. We're going to, hopefully, they're all the same size. Okay, I got 12 millimeter deep, 3/8 drive, my ratchet. Let's do it. 1, 2, 3. All right. Okay. All 3 are the same size. That's great. So let's go around to our other 12 millimeters. So let's see, there's 2 right over here. So let's get over there. Those out. Okay, let's reach in here. Grab these 2. So far, all of them are the same size. Okay, all those are the same size. The 12s are the same size. They're out. Now we got 1/14 right there. So I'm going to use my 9/16 because it's a little bit shorter than my 14 millimeter deep. Let's get over here. That bolt out. Now I see we got 1, 2. We got a little bracket right on top of here. Let's get this sensor out of the way. We got a little bracket right here on top of the mounted to the water pump. Okay, 12 millimeters. You know what? Let's get those out of the way. Let's get that bracket out. No way of putting it backwards, so you're good to go with that. Put that to the side. Now let's get our 10 millimeter deep 3/8 drive. And you can see our already starting to leak already. Let's get out 1, 2, 3, 4. on the same size, looking around, make sure we got nothing else. Okay. Okay, let me get a little hammer. Tap on that. Be right back. Alright, got a little hammer here. Hey, that kind of sucked. Alright, pry bar. You know, let me make sure that we got all the bolts out of here. Okay, looks like it. Okay, it's sitting on the back of a O-ring. Yeah, forgot about that O-ring down there. Got an O-ring down here. There we go. Oh, we did have one more bolt. Oh well. Okay, so we got another 12mm bolt there. 10. Let's get that bolt off of there. Hey, so what's it?
How did you get it out?
Because it's bolted to this piece, and this piece just sits. Got an O-ring. See that little pipe down there? What is all this? What is all this stuff right here? Huh? Get that out of there. Alright, so there's an O-ring around this pipe, so we gotta make sure that kit comes with a new O-ring in there. Alright, I'll set that to the side. That is good. That is done. Alright, I'm gonna get some air and I'm gonna blow around here, clean all this out, and we'll be right back. Alright, guys, here we go. We got the pump and all. And let's see what's in this kit, man. Got that. I hear bearings in there. And actually, I'm wobbling it a little bit back and forth. Now let's see what this kit got.
What kind of name brand is that?
I have no idea where this kit come from.
That looks like a Jewish word or something.
It does. or Arab.
Hanukkah.
Whoa, it's about to blow. It's a bomb. Alright, let's check this kit out. We got a new belt. There's no name on it, just got a part number. Got the new pump. New idler pulley. New tensioner pulley. New cam seals. And a new water pump gasket. That's it. I don't like this because that belt was loose. And I ain't trusting that tensioner. We need a new tensioner, and we need a new O-ring. And let's take a walk over here and look at this top of this engine. You know, wait a minute. Let's get this out of the way. Okay, let's get this bracket out of the way. And we got a gasket right back here too. Look at this. Let me get that gasket. Alright, we got this gasket and we got that O-ring back there. This kit should have came with that. Also, a tensioner. Definitely, hey, look at that. The bolts almost out on the crankshaft position sensor. So we're gonna tighten that up. But you know, we can't put this together like this. We need those other parts. Cause that's all we need to do is put this together and this thing start leaking. Why wouldn't they give that? I mean, that's right there. Why wouldn't they give you? Usually on a good set, you get a timing chain set, or a timing belt, a good set. It's gonna come with that tension, a good set. But all right, so what we're gonna do here is I don't know what the heck we're gonna do.
Call Rachel.
Yeah, make a phone call to the customer. But just to put most of this together, we're gonna clean this up. We're gonna mount the water pump up to the housing. All right, we'll be right back. All right, guys, you know what we're gonna do? Let's get this water pump mounted up here. We're gonna do it first. Got a little whiz wheel. This you could get some sandpaper and do this because it was a metal gasket, so there's not a lot, if anything, up here. We're gonna take our little whiz wheel. Just gonna clean that up. Alright, we'll clean this up and we'll be right back. Alright, we got it cleaned up. Next thing we're gonna do, take some weather stripping. We'll put you a nice thin bead on the water pump. Now, if you're using a metal gasket, you wouldn't need to do this. But being that this just have that cardboard gasket, take us a nice thin bead. Damn good. Look at that.
Modest too.
Huh?
Modest too.
I know. Let's get our new gasket. Carefully make sure we line it up the gasket where it goes, because once we set it down, that's it. Set our gasket down there. Line up the holes. Push it down a little bit. Okay. And what you can do, you can take your old bolts and you can put them in there to make sure that the bolts holes stay lined up. We're good. All right, the next thing we're gonna do.
You gotta push it down on this side.
Here. That's good?
Yeah.
That's the boss speaking.
Right.
I'm just a worker.
Yeah.
I'm just a worker.
Yep.
Yep.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
All right. Check it out. Next thing we're gonna do is take your brown jersey gloves off because they get in the way.
You gotta put your gloves on. It's too cold out.
Then take your red silicone. Always use some red silicone, guys. This good stuff is great. Then we're gonna take a bead of red silicone and do our little drawing line also. That's a nice thin bead. Around, especially a thin bead around the water port. You don't want to get that whole thing clogged up with some things that messed up, won't circulate. All right, around, good, looking good. All right, close that off. Get our old water pump out of the way. Now we're ready to set it down. Okay. I'm going to turn it over and lower it down to the housing. Great. Okay. 10mm bolts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That one that I forgot down there. So I know there's 5. So we'll put them in right now. And actually, guys, that's all we can put in because the other bolts go straight through. So let's get our, here he is. Come on, why is it on the ground? Cordless gun. And get our 10mm socket. Get our 10mm socket. Dang it. Oh, here it is on the edge. Let's bring these down. We'll start off with one up here. Then go down here. That thing snatches. Then the other four other.
That's why you should have gloves on.
Dang it, that's nasty. I don't need no pump. I ain't no prima donna either. I get my hands dirty. Alright. Okay. Alright, then we're gonna get our 3/8 drive ratchet. And just gonna make sure those are all snugged up nice and tight. And we are good to go. And what we can do here now, because this is ready, we can take our bolts and we can just set them in there. Because that's ready to be put back together. And we got our bracket right here. You can put one bolt into there, and then we'll put the other bolt into the head, into the engine. And we gotta give the customer a call, because we definitely need some more parts. Because I did not like the way that belt was loose, and there's not too much play on this water pump for that belt to be that loose. And the only way, the other way it's gonna happen is the tensioner was no good. So we definitely gotta get us a new tensioner. All right, we'll be right back. All right, guys, I cleaned everything up and all. I put up our party line. Matter of fact, let me go show you. But before we do that, look at the stain. Look at the Mustang. That's my little car right there. That's my little car. And it's kind of raggedy right now, but we're gonna get there. We gotta still pull the engine out of this Liberty. Remember that, guys. There's our Cougar. There's our other van. There's Sylvia's little sweetheart. All right, let's go in here and check our junk out, man. Huh? What the heck? What the heck did I lock myself out? What the heck wrong with me? All right, let's go check it out. Yeah, it looks familiar. That line looks familiar. Looks like the Monte Carlo, don't it? Yeah. All right. So there's our water pump ready to go on. I don't know why she didn't get the kit from Gates. Sylvia about to tell you about that. Kit come with every single thing. Even come with the housing on. Sylvia's about to tell you that in the closing. And we got all our parts lined up, ready to go back until the final part, the cover. All right. And over here we got our fans. And I got them situated that this fan right here is the one right behind the alternator, on the side of the alternator. So it has our old timing belt. All right. I'm gonna start living in this room right here. All right, we'll be right back.